has been compelling. Now we got some big Silz shit going on here. How you doing? Without further ado, we go to the co-host of Bird 365, our friend Big Z. Zander Krause.
What's up, Silz? How you doing, brother?
All shaved up and ready to go. You might be auditioning for a new job with the Eagles offensive coaching staff, I see.
No, thank you. I am good on that. I will take my Jeff Stoutland and roll out of there. No, thanks.
That thing has made you a little bit disappointed, hasn't it? It's kind of like it's deflating a little bit when you lose a dude like that, yes?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the team only's got 2 Super Bowls, and he was probably the most important coach in both of them, if you're being honest. He's the only constant from the coaching staff in both of them. So it's a big loss. There's no doubt about it. It's a tough loss. It's a big loss. And it also hurts a little bit more the way it happened. And I think people are going to start to experience this more. Right now, Jeff Stoutland's still an Eagle. He's done, but he's remembered as an Eagle. When he goes and coaches somewhere else, which I can all but assure you that he will, now he's going to be it's going to hurt even more because it's he's still out there, and we're just going to become another pit stop for the coach, and coaches coach in a lot of teams in their career. Most coaches do. Very few have the honor of retiring somewhere and that being their identity for life, and I think that will be Stout's, but I think it'll be a little bit muddier now.
Well, because there was massive success behind it. He wasn't fired for failure. He was fired because now I'm going to go here, Zander. You tell me. Have you ever in your entire life, and I know it's a brief time you covering the NFL for the last 5-6 years, but let me ask you, have you ever remembered a coaching staff being completely overhauled with a coach that's not been fired? Your entire offensive coaching staff has been overhauled now.
I mean, I'm sure it's happened. No, I'm sure it's happened. Has it not?
I can't. Without the head coach being fired?
I'll tell you what, our boy Brandon Howard in the chat asked a little bit ago, is he the most inexperienced? I typed it in on Google. I think I kept it open just so I could show you guys what came up when I typed it in. I typed in Brandon Howard's question. Let me show you guys it. This is what came up. Based on recent reports, Sean Mannion is considered to be one of the least experienced offensive coordinators in modern NFL history following his hiring by the Eagles in January of 2026. I'm like, even AI knows we're cooked. Even AI knows. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on.
All right, Zander, I'm going to ask this now. So do you believe 2026 this offense is going to be a passing offense, yes or no?
I think they're going to try. I do. I think they're going to try, man.
Okay.
Wait, I have a question. Hey, maybe I'm the football idiot. All right, I got John, who's the Mr. Know-It-All, and I got Sileo, who actually played the game at the highest position. I'm stuck between them. Maybe I'm just a moron. But can I ask a simple question?
Please.
Do we have to go to the extremes in terms of, is there a gray area where you can run that style of offense, but not to the extremes that Kyle Shanahan runs it? Is there a way to incorporate that offense? If Nick Sirianni's offense is here and Kyle Shanahan's is here, instead of going like this, can we go like this? Does that exist, or is it full on or bust? Can we throw 27 to 30 times a game instead of 35?
With that quarterback? No.
I think he'd be fine 27 to 30.
You're in the gray area now. 11 wins. Laurie hates gray area. You're in the gray area now.
Laurie's not a gray area guy.
Well, you're in it now. That's why he doesn't want to be here. He wants to either blow with 4 wins or he wants to win the Super Bowl.
I don't know, dude. What do you want? What do you want from me, Silz? What do you want? I can't change the quarterback. I can't change the head coach. They're hiring everybody. They want to throw the ball around the yard, my friend.
All right, hang on here. I'm going to give this to you here.
I'm actually, you know what? I'm fired up about it because Jeff Stoutland's gone, and that sucks. But once we're over that, At least we don't get to watch prevent offense anymore. Like, I'd almost rather watch the Chargers game on repeat because it brought something out of me. It brought some emotion to life.
Okay.
Yeah, you win like 13-11 and you're just like, yeah. You don't even feel the highs of the win.
All right. Do you really believe that Jalen Hurts is going to run this new high-powered offense that you're going to run?
Do I believe Jalen Hurts is going to run it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I think he thinks he can do it. I'm not of the belief.
Do you believe that they're building this offense for Hurts or for the next guy?
Well, the next guy's going to be a new regime anyway.
Now, here, let's go down that lane.
I already made this proclamation yesterday.
Wait a minute here. So this is what we're going to do here. So Nick Sirianni is going to change the entire coaching staff, the entire approach. And if the quarterback can't do it, they're going to fire the coach and the entire coaching staff and come back with a new coaching staff and think they could do it with Hurts again?
No. If they move on from Hurts, it'll be with the new staff already. So my point is, if you're asking if they're building it for the next guy, who's they? Nick? Nick's not going to be here for the next guy.
Okay, so they're going to rip the coaching staff and the quarterback out like they did for Wentz and Doug.
Well, remember, they wanted to keep Wentz.
Well, they ended up ripping it all up.
Well, because Carson wasn't having it. You think Jalen's going to be like, I'm not playing here anymore. You got ready for next.
He's going to go through firings before he starts to do with Nicole Lynn. I got to get to a more stable place here for I'm at the end. I'm at the back nine of my career. It's got to get to a point where Hurts goes like this. Hey, man, Jesus Christ, what are we doing here?
Well, yeah.
Now, again, as long as I have Howie,
the max contract, I think that's all they need to do.
Yeah, but wait, as long as I have Howie, as long as Roseman's in the room, I'm probably good if I'm Jalen.
Yeah. I think he's given him a pretty good offense around him.
Yeah, it's just not utilized it enough to where it's making them happy.
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree.
Making them happy, because to me, you're 50-18 and you won 2 NFC titles. I mean, obviously these people want more here. I want to take this little nugget from Birds 365 today.
Well, we had some nuggets today. Even with my internet fallout, we had some nuggets.
We were on a big old nugget today. Boy.
We were like a 20-piece from McDonald's today.
Yes, sir, baby, with that nice honey that you dip it in. You know, it's all good. I'm ready to rock.
Yeah, are you a honey mustard guy?
You bet. I love that shit. Little dipping in there. I'm ready to rock.
Sauce guy. Like, dude, I need sauce. Like, if I order anything out, it needs double, triple.
You're a BQ sauce? You're a barbecue sauce guy?
I'm an every sauce. It doesn't matter the sauce.
Me too.
Now, I have preferences, but I like sauce. I'm
like an Oreo dunker. I like sauce and dunking. I'm good. I'm with you on that. All right.
There you go.
So Jalen Hurts is falling out of favor with the owner now?
I knew you were going there. I knew you were going there.
That was a beauty, baby.
I knew you were going there. All right. That was an interesting comment.
Sure was.
In all seriousness, that was an interesting comment. So for those who didn't hear Birds 365, I don't know what you're waiting for. It's the best Eagles show in the morning out there.
It is.
John made the reference because I'm of the belief, and I said it yesterday on your program. What was the big, bold thing I said yesterday? The owner loves the quarterback, and the quarterback is going nowhere. So they'll blow out Nick and reset the thing again before they move on from Jalen, was my belief. But John dropped a nugget today that the owner doesn't feel about Jalen like he did a couple years ago. And he didn't say not like his character or person. He specifically said he loves him for that stuff. But
it's the skill set.
Yeah. On the football field, he's not as patient right now. Now, I don't know. This owner's a little bit weird.
What does that mean to you?
How did you like Jalen Hurts more before the team won a Super Bowl? Like, it just doesn't make that much sense to me.
It's because of what you always told me. He wants it to look like the sexy chick at Nordstrom's in the window.
He does.
He just really doesn't like it to look like somebody sitting there at the dollar store selling gloves. He wants it to look and appealing to the eye.
Well, Maybe, but we'll find out. I mean, the beautiful part about this switch for everybody, I think everybody listening, even people who think we're haters or whatever, like even Eagle Glazers, it's going to be new. It's going to be entertaining again. Like, it's going to be interesting. At least I think early in the year it will be. If they have to scale back, then it's going to be pretty ugly again. But I think, don't you think?
I can't. Are you kidding me?
Or do you think it's all lip service? They're not changing shit.
No, I think what they'll do is they'll try to do everything. They'll do Kellen Moore. They'll go as long as they can. And get this, maybe this time they won't stop.
I don't agree.
Maybe they'll go through it.
Dude, they didn't fire Jeff Stoutland to hire Kellen Moore.
No.
Remember, that same thing happened that year. Cliff Kingsbury didn't want the job because of it. They chose Jeff Stoutland.
With that schedule you have, you're
Oh, and by the way, they chose Jeff Stoutland, whose style then went on to win them a Super Bowl, but I digress.
Give me 2 Super Bowls.
2, but I'm saying even after the Kellen Moore debacle, where Kingsbury wanted them to move on from him so he could hire his run game coordinator, to which fans gobbled it up and said, dude, yeah, get Kingsbury.
So you fired Jeff Stoutland for Sean Mignon. He's a Frenchman, Sean Mignon. The most inexperienced coach, according to AI, in NFL history. All right. And then all of this, I'm sitting there this morning and I go, click, 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 click. What the hell is this? What is Landon Dickerson may be retiring?
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you didn't lead with that.
Oh, there's too many good nuggets here. I told you a couple days ago, Zander, 13 injuries, man. I don't think the guy's ever going to be the same. 13 injuries. Now he's talking about calling it a career. So let's add the sinking of the Titanic and their body count now. You ready? AJ Brown, Lane Johnson, Jeff Stoutland, Landon Dickerson, Jalen Phillips. Jesus criminy. What'd they do? Jump overboard? What happened? Jesus criminy. Holy cow.
What are you asking?
7 wins, homie.
7 wins next year?
7-9.
No.
What? What do you mean no?
I mean, no, it's not going to happen.
Okay.
What are you and Angela? You've been slurping from the same tree.
Hey,
slurping the same juice.
All I'm doing is watching who's jumping off the ship.
There's a lot of people jumping off the ship. I'll tell you what.
Especially when you have the owner jumping off the Jalen Hurts ship. He's jumping off the USS Hurts.
What do you mean off the USS Hurts? Is that what you're calling it? Pietis called me a moron a little bit ago in the chat. Pietis, what was that all about, bro? What was that all about? What the hell, Sileo? What do you want me to do? You want me to have all the answers? I don't got the fucking answer. Ask Prince. That guy's got more answers than I do.
Okay.
Prince.
Hey. So,
dude, they're bringing in Mannion. They're bringing in Mahaffey or whatever his name is. They're bringing in Grizzard, who stunk in Tampa, and they're going to try and run this thing up, in a different way. The question comes down to this, and you already have made your staked your claim, and so has John. Can Jalen Hurts run that offense or not? If you believe he can, then I would get excited for the year. If you do not believe he can, then I would brace yourself for impact.
Yeah. All right.
Pietis is a believer in the latter. Okay, that's why he called me a moron or whatever the hell he called me.
We're going to read your supers. Please hit the like button here. All right, I got one here for you. I think Jalen Hurts cost Jeff Stoutland his job. Do you?
No.
So when the quarterback stops running, do you believe that the quarterback's running ability or lack thereof hurt the run game?
100%.
Okay. So the quarterback stopped running. There were injuries in the O-line. That's Stoutland's fault that the quarterback didn't want to run anymore and that the injuries, that's Stoutland's fault.
Yeah, but it wasn't just that led to this point. It was the several years of the passing game struggling. And I think even the most honest fans, and maybe not honest fans, dishonest fans, would say last year they won the Super Bowl, but it wasn't a great passing game. I mean, it was talked about all year. I mean, will they be able to win in the playoffs this much without a passing game? They struggled in the passing game. So this is a multi-year thing, I think, and losing Stoutland is more a sign that they want to try a different offense than it is Jalen not running this year. Did he contribute to the bad season? Yes. And if they had a better season, maybe they wouldn't have made this change. Yeah, that's fair to say. But I don't think the change of offense is ultimately come down to Jalen. I think it's more come down to it's been ineffective in areas, and now the last area it stopped being effective as well. We got to go a different route, and if we're going a different route, then Stoutland probably doesn't fit anyway.
Okay, so help me out here on what you just said. So what you just said is, did I get this right? The inability of the offensive coordinators and the passing coordinators in the passing attack not being effective cost Jeff Stoutland his job.
Yeah, to some extent.
Even though they won 2 NFC titles in a Super Bowl, he was a casualty of the offense not succeeding and being in the bottom third in passing. Is that right? That's how the Eagles are looking at that in your eyes?
Maybe, dude. I mean, I think they want to go a different way. So they want to run the ball, dude.
No, they want to throw the ball.
That's what I meant. They want to throw the ball, dude. They already run the ball. So I think
he's a casualty of the shitty OC hires.
Well, if you're going to make me say that, I'm going to have to disagree, which would lead me back to what your point was, that it's on Jalen. But I don't think we've hired shitty offensive coordinators in passing. I just don't think we have a team that's built. We don't have a quarterback that's built to throw or has not up to this point been able to throw the ball consistently across a long period of time. He hasn't. He's had good games, but he hasn't had a good, consistent offense throwing the ball. So that's what it is. I mean, I don't think. Was Kellen Moore a bad passing coordinator? Seriously, answer that question.
For Hurts, yeah.
No, I don't mean for Hurts. I mean in general.
No.
They weren't a good passing game when he was here. But is he a bad coordinator?
No.
So why do you immediately assume that everybody else is a bad coordinator?
Because he did the one thing that other coordinators maybe didn't want to do. And that was
on Jeff Stoutland more.
Yeah, he relied on Stoutland. That's why he got a head job in New Orleans.
So I'm saying, though, to answer to your point, though, about he got fired because of shitty coordinators, I don't think it's because of shitty coordinators. I think it's because of the style of offense they were playing.
Yeah, but when you say that they want to throw the ball, and since the quarterback has been here, he's not shown any area where he can consistently throw the ball for 6 years on a week-to-week basis without using his wheels. And if you're not using your wheels, anywhere in his career, including Alabama, was that a case where the guy was back there winging it like Tua was at Alabama, or anybody was? He's never been a guy in his entire career. And yet you think, I want to put words in your mouth, you believed he may be able to run the style of offense they want by upping it between 27 and 30.
I never predicted that. I asked 2 questions. I said, is there a gray area where you don't have to play? Is this a one-size-fits-all scheme? Or is there nuance to the scheme based on the quarterback skill set? If the quarterback is not – because Jalen as a player still has a great skill set. If you're going to put him in an offense where the only thing you can get good out of it is timing throwing, then it's a bad offense for him. And that's what John's whole point is. Why are you changing to this? This isn't a good offense for him. Now, I'm wondering how much nuance they have. Do they incorporate some of those things while bringing in some of the new concepts? One of the biggest things, actually, about this offensive change that people should keep an eye on, and we'll probably be talking about this all summer, but not only is this about passing, but in a way, Silz, it is about running. They run a power scheme. That's gone now. So they're going to have a lot of the outside zones, a lot of those West Coast running scheme, which looks a lot different.
Yes.
Does that fit Saquon?
And it as an older player, probably.
I don't know, dude.
Wait. Is it that style of offense? Don't you think he's going to resemble more what Williams does in Los Angeles and how they
Saquon runs
use
nothing like him. Saquon doesn't run like him.
So the quarterback and the running back don't fit what they want to do?
Guys, we all watch Saquon play. You don't see it.
Wait. Well, if you're good, hey, dude, if you're good,
I agree with Chris. I mean, it fits Tank Bixby better. I mean, Tank, you have to.
So there's another shitty contract you got to try to get out of
the field and then get upfield. You have to set the offense up with that running game. Saquon's not a patient runner like that. That's why he got hit behind the line so many fucking times. Now, it was some of the O-line too, but he's not a patient runner. Dude, he's got to find a hole and he's got to explode through it. No diddy. That's Saquon, though. I mean, that's his game. You're going to have him spread the field to the left and then wait, and then shoot the gap?
That's West Coast offense.
That's not Saquon Barkley.
Well, then what are you changing to? Your personnel doesn't fit the scheme you're changing to. Or either that, there's bigger changes coming personnel-wise.
Maybe. I mean, it's very early. It's February, brother.
You know, do you think they would trade Saquon Barkley?
No, I don't. But maybe.
You just said he doesn't fit.
I don't think he fits.
Okay.
Do you think he fits?
No. I know he doesn't.
I don't think he fits. It's not a knock on Saquon. He's not that type of back.
No, he's a power back. You got to run a power offense with him. I mean, okay, wait. So the quarterback is not really a fit, and the running back's not really a fit, but fuck it. Let's spread the ball out.
I mean, like here's just like a quick, like for those who don't know what I'm talking about here, and I think most do, but just to put some clarity on it. In a West Coast offense, the running back acts as a versatile weapon, serving equally as a polished receiver in the short passing game and a strategic runner. Rather than just being a power runner, they are essential for stretching defenses horizontally, catching passes in the flat, and protecting the quarterback, requiring elite versatility and strong hands. Now, I don't know who watches Saquon. I think Saquon's one of the best power runners in the game. When you watch him catch passes in the flat, sometimes I think I could pick a guy off the practice squad who would do it better than him. When I watch him try and protect a quarterback, sometimes I prefer to have Will Shipley on the field. All right, and that's saying something. This does not fit his skill set, dude.
Okay.
Dude, short passing game? How many times did we watch Saquon Barkley drop a ball last? That's just a quick, I typed in Google, running backs in West Coast offense. That's what comes up.
And you know what? You know who fits that? The guy that Howie tried trading for 2 years ago before Barkley. What was his name? He was down in Carolina.
Oh, McCaffrey. They want McCaffrey.
Isn't that the prime definition of Christian McCaffrey?
That's why they went. That's why they traded what they traded for him.
Well, if you're going to change that offense, dude, you got the wrong personnel on the football field.
I don't disagree. with you.
Can I tell you who else?
I'm just telling you that's as big of a concern for me as the passing part.
Can I tell you who else doesn't fit? AJ.
That's a good point. He doesn't really either.
A guy like George Pickens fits that system.
And Puka's another perfect fit.
But where does Puka play out of?
Puka plays everywhere. You can't play
the majority of the time they play him out of the slot.
Yeah, it's true.
And AJ doesn't play in the slot.
Bijan would have been another perfect fit for it.
So AJ and Barkley, dude, I have a feeling maybe moved. You agree? You got seismic changes coming. The coaching staff is dictating that. There's players on your personnel that right now, Zander, don't fit that what you're reading right now. I see you're reading the definition of West Coast. Dude.
All right, here's a you know who Mark Lawrence is?
I do.
All right, here's a little write-up on the West Coast offense. All right, let's just run through this real quick as we can. Quarterbacks in the West Coast offense. Ready? This is what he writes. Easily the most important position in the West Coast offense has to be the quarterback. The ideal size of the quarterback in this offense, or any offense, is about 6'3", 210. The quarterback needs to be taller than the center. Playing quarterback in the West Coast offense requires several skills and traits, some of which can be developed through practice and sound coaching, and others which are inherited, genetic gifts. One of the most obvious requirements for a quarterback in the West Coast offense is having the ability to pass. It is important to realize that arm strength and being able to pass are not synonymous. Some players can throw a football 80 yards, but they aren't good passers. Good passing involves accuracy, timing, and throwing a ball with enough touch so that it is catchable. Good passing also requires understanding both the West Coast offense and the receivers in the West Coast offense and having a great sense of anticipation. I mean, that's a very specific skill set.
Exactly.
Jalen is a good player. That's not exactly what you would write about his skill set.
And do you think you have any wide receivers on the football team right now? Now, maybe guess what? Maybe this fits more towards making Devontae Smith a number one in this system too. Think about this. Here are the prototypical guys that are in the modern day right now that would fit West Coast schemes right now. Ahmad St. Brown, Cooper Kupp, a Puka Nacua, a Kendrick Bourne, a Ricky Pearsall, a Tyreek Hill. Those are West Coast style offensive wide receivers, Xander. To me, Devontae fits in that room. You may be making the transition.
He's on the edge, dude. Even he's on the edge because of his size. I mean, it is a tough offense on receivers.
But I think of all between him and AJ, I think he's more of the prototypical West Coast guy than what AJ is limited to the Y. He doesn't move around in your offense. Those wide receivers, Jerry Rice used to move all over the fucking field, man.
I know.
And he doesn't. He's limited to that left side, right? They'll move him over to the right a couple more. They did a little more movement, but dude, at the end of the day, he's not very versatile out there. Now, he's dominant in open space and after the yak and all that. But, bro, he doesn't fit a West Coast guy. Saquon Barkley and A.J. Brown do not fit what they're doing also.
No. Dude, the whole thing doesn't fit. I mean, look, let me just –
A lot of fits. Let
me read one more sentence of this. I mean, it's almost baffling. And but by the way, I don't even know if they're trying to do that. Are they really trying to go to a West Coast offense? It looks like they are, but that's why I'm asking, is there gray area, dude? Is it not this? Because it can't be this. Listen to this sentence.
But it is this because you fired Stoutland.
I know, but listen to this, dude. This is the antithesis of the way we're built. There are three main principles to minimize risk and achieve success with the West Coast offense. These include protecting the quarterback, timing the pass, and using multiple receivers, including using backs as receivers.
Okay. Right.
Timing throws and spreading the ball around?
Not Jalen Hurts, man.
That's what I'm saying. I don't disagree with you. I don't know what the fuck they're trying to do. I mean, you got a player that has a unique skill set. At this point, this is where I understand why John says this every morning to me. He's just like, why are they trying to do this?
Jalen Hurts is generally not considered a traditional West Coast quarterback as he originated from a spread air raid system in college.
Yeah, which works in the Pac-12 and the Big 12 when there's no defenses. But
Hurts came from an air raid spread. Okay. So again, he doesn't have the skill for this. This is why I'm telling you, Xander, they're not building this offense for him. I think they're hoping, they're praying he can adapt to this.
Who?
Jalen.
No, not Jalen. I mean, who's praying that? Or who's putting him in this position?
Nick. And look, the owner doesn't want to have a shitty year.
So John, it's interesting. John said something, another thing that caught my ear this morning was, if if you gave me true serum, he said, I don't believe Nick wants to do this. Now, that was an interesting comment.
Oh, he's coaching something against his will.
Against what I think he would decide to do because of the pressure, because of the offense no longer working, because I think he thinks his back's against the wall. And the other thing is, I don't know if it's Nick. Is Nick the one who wanted to make the change to save his job? That is likely. That's possible too. Jeffrey Lurie could also be the guy who's like, we need to do this.
I'm sorry, I just wrote this down. That way of coaching always catches up with you. That way of doing anything in life always catches up with you. You want to keep doing something what the owner wants. You want to keep doing something what he wants. You want to keep doing. And when it keeps failing, the owner's not going to blame himself, dude. He's going to blame you.
Yeah, I know. You know.
And at the end, guess what? You're going to be the casualty of this. The only thing that Nick Sirianni is doing right now is, you know what he's doing? He's buying himself more time. It seems like to me that's a way of buying yourself more time. Here, and here's another one. Do you truly believe in your entire life that he's going to defend, or he wouldn't defend Jeff Stoutland?
Dude, you know how, all right, so one, this organization, so they're already in the middle of a shitstorm in that I don't think the owner likes the coach. And I think he's got questions about the whole thing, but it's very hard to fire or move people right now because of the success that they've had. So they're already in that. Remember, they care very much about public perception and all those things. That's why they got Bob Lang, the Gestapo, out there. You think they're going to move on from Jalen Hurts and keep Nick Sirianni? Seriously, I want you to think about everything that comes with that decision. Your show, my show, the radio, the fan base, the national media, the race thing, every part of it. Think about everything that goes into it. And then tell me with a straight face that they're building this for the next quarterback and they're going to keep Nick. Dude, there's a 0% chance. I'm telling you.
So if what you just said then they're going to rip that all apart again and start over from scratch.
I
right?
think so.
Okay.
There's a chance we have an entire new coaching staff again, either next year or maybe 2 years. Who knows?
Jeez. How much does that affect Howie?
That's why I think they're putting it on Nick to protect Howie a little bit, because they're not going to move on from Howie. And they shouldn't move on from Howie.
No way.
But it is tough optics. I mean, it's a lot of coaches for a GM. That's a lot of coaches for a GM. I mean, I can't recall a single GM that's lasted that many coaches.
No. How about this? Is it possible Jeffrey Lurie just got bored?
I think no. I think Jeffrey Lurie just he wants a good offense. He's always wanted it, dude. It's the famous Tuesday meeting John brought up again today. We talk about it all the time. They win in Lambeau on Monday night in a primetime game on the road in Green Bay in November or December. And the first question the owner asked the coach was, why do we run the ball so much?
I'm going to do something here, and I'm going to pull old school Dan out.
Uh-oh.
You bet.
This is
going to be old school Dan, and I'm going to ask you a question here, and I want you to think about it before you answer it.
Okay.
It's going to be on tape here. How hard would it be to move off of a black quarterback in Philadelphia with all the Jalenites for this organization?
Well, I think it's a real thing, but I also don't think you can. I don't think whether black or white or whatever, and I understand there's complexity to it, but if you're
how hard it was
if you're making decisions based on that, then I already don't think you're qualified to be making the decision. That doesn't mean that they might not make it on that, but if that's your metric for a decision, it's a factor. It's something that exists in the world. I'm not going to act like it doesn't. But if that's the barometer for your decision, that a quarterback's not, there's 32 starting quarterbacks in the fucking NFL, man. If you're not a good enough skill set talent, it has nothing to do with what you look like. I promise. It's one of the most elite skill sets, traits on the planet. God has blessed so few with that ability.
Do you know the heat that the Atlanta owner took when that whole thing went down with Michael Vick? 55% of the fan base was season ticket holders when they moved off of Vick and then had to bring in Matt Ryan to be the quarterback. 54% of the season ticket holders were up in arms over that. You know the only reason why it settled? Because Ryan took him to a Super Bowl. I'm telling you, I mean, it's perfect for Philly. You know, you just got through telling me optics are massive in that city. Don't you not agree?
They are.
And you know that that's part of the conversation. Dude, I'll tell you this. You know how Jeffrey Lurie's going to be? Look at the propaganda campaign they're going on with Jeff Stoutland being removed. I look over at their Twitter page. There's 60 things written about him because they don't like the optics.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, they care about optics. There's no doubt. But again, we're talking about rarefied air in terms of positions here. I mean, this is not a position to exercise bullshit on why somebody has the job or not. I don't give a fuck if you're purple. If you can fucking play the ball in that 0.0001% of the population that we
you and I are talking. You and I are talking in reality. People don't live in reality.
It's true. It's true.
You and me understand. I don't give a shit where you're from, Mars. But there's people that care about bullshit like that.
Oh, there is. You know, I see people in the chat. You know, people only care about winning. I don't know, man. I really don't think that's actually that true. I don't. I mean, I think Silz is right. I think people care more about it than people would act like. But
do you think people in life care more about dumb shit than they do about real shit?
Yeah, we live in a pretty dumb society.
Okay. Me, I care about eggs and fucking rent. I don't care about fucking what happens in Tiscawah, Illinois. I don't give a shit about that. You know what I mean? I mean, right? All right. So what do you think the first biggest move is going to be moving forward? What's the next big move you think is coming?
Let's see what they can do, dude. I mean, look, Jalen. You know, how many times have people...
I'm talking about the next couple months here.
Well, in the next couple months, I think maybe this is even easier for them to move on from AJ because of what you talked about, or they're not, AJ's not maybe the type of receiver that fits this perfectly. Maybe that's what Sean Mannion said. Maybe he got there and was like, oh yeah, you guys can move AJ if you want to. We'll grab another guy that can, because the other thing about the West Coast is you don't always need to have the best receivers in football. You don't. You need guys that can catch, and you need guys that can get open and spread the field, So who knows? Maybe they do go a different route.
Where this new run coordinator came from?
Green Bay, right? Oh, yeah, he's Green Bay too, right? Yeah.
Oh, he's Green Bay. Where did he play his ball?
I don't know where he played his ball.
New England.
Oh, did he?
New England.
Go back in New England?
New England.
That's interesting.
How'd they run that offense there? Were there any big-time wide receivers in that offense?
No, there was not. I mean, there were a couple here and there, but yeah, you're right. Overall, no. Edelman, not
Amendola, Welker. These guys are good, but we're not talking AJ and Devontae here.
No, we're not.
Okay. It was more what? It was more high volume check down, short passes, tight end play, shit like that, right?
Yeah.
You think they're going to invent maybe a screen game here? They're going to be more because
dude, like I think Saquon's a big problem here.
He is. He is. He does not fit at all.
At all.
What they're planning on.
To be frank, I mean, for what Jalen's skill set is,
Goddard fits here now.
For what Jalen's skill set is, it's not this, dude.
It ain't this.
Spread the ball, make checkdowns. I mean, one of the other things I was reading, because I've been reading about this I'm interested in the offense now. I mean, I knew what it was, but now that we're going to run it.
Bill Walsh is the inventor of it.
Yeah, right. Bill Walsh. I mean, the Shanahans, obviously, it's one of those things.
Right.
But
Air Coryell.
The more I read about it, the more I'm like, it doesn't make sense.
It does.
The one other thing I read, it
does make sense if you plan on moving off the quarterback.
It's one other thing I read. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
See, this West Coast offense goes back to Walsh and a guy by the name of Don Coryell. The older folks in here will know he was a former head coach of the Chargers, and he was also San Diego State, and he was the guy that really implemented West Coast style of play. So, yeah, I think Barkley, man, you could make a call. You might want to move off of him in this offseason here. I don't know how you do that.
Yeah.
Well, Zander, if you want to make the offense work, you can't make it work with parts that don't fit. Here, let me run this offense. Guess what? We don't have the players to make it fit. Well, shit. What are we doing then?
Where's my boy Underdog? Is he in here? Underdog must be thinking they're building this for McKay. He loves
They are.
McKay.
It sure looks it. It sure looks it. You're building it for a drop back shot. You're building it for Matthew Stafford, like that kind of guy.
Yeah, you are.
That's the guy that runs this. That's the guy, like, here, you know what would be great in this one? Baker Mayfield. He'd be great in that offense.
And Texas T, who's clearly a Cowboy fan, stirring up the Eagle fans. He's right, unfortunately. Huh?
Putting Dak in there?
Yeah, I mean, he's right. This is perfect for Dak.
Whew. Dak could throw for 500 yards every game in that offense.
Oh, Dak he'd throw for 5K.
Yeah, he would.
Throw for 5K.
So what do you make of AJ then? What do you think his future is?
I think he's done. I think he's done in Philly. Yeah, unfortunately for him, he's done in Philly. He'll probably go and ball out somewhere. Probably go pick up 1,400 yards, and then he'll fall off a little bit after that. But he'll have one good season. Better to move on a year early than a year late. Going to be 29, $32 million. Move on. You got rid of Stoutland. Is anybody really safe? I mean, honestly.
No.
I mean, are we going to prioritize anybody? If Jeff Stoutland's gone, anybody can go. So I think he's gone.
Man, this is one whale of an offseason here. Nobody's safe on the Eagles. Is there any players right now that are safe?
Jalen is safe. Jalen is safe.
No way.
Jalen he hit an inside the park home run.
How can he be safe when you're doing things that he can't do?
Because they think he can do it. They just think. See, this is why I think you're dumb when you bang on Nick Sirianni every day. They think Jalen can do it because they bought the narrative that Nick Sirianni's a stiff.
Then why in the world didn't they do it when he first came in? Wait, they did. I remember you and me going like this. You think this guy? You said. You know what he said?
They buy your narrative that Sirianni's the stiff. And he might be. Who knows?
You know what Zander said to me? I'm gonna expose him here. You know what he said to me is first we were working in. It was a Monday. I think it was after an Atlanta game. Zander goes, "You think this fucker makes the season?" And then all of a sudden Shane took over, and they won all them ball games.
Oh, I don't need to not be honest about that. I did not think that Jalen Hurts.
Remember, he was the play caller.
I did not think that Jalen Hurts would become the franchise quarterback of the Eagles. And I liked him. That's the funny part. I bought his number 2 jerseys. Eagles.
I got it.
I liked it. I loved him. I was a huge fan of him at Bama. I remember when he transferred, I watched every Oklahoma game. My brother's like, why the fuck you watching Oklahoma football? I'm like, I'm watching Jalen. I like Jalen Hurts. I've always liked him. But I did not think he was going to be – because I knew what I knew about the owner, and I knew what I knew about Jalen's skill set. So I just didn't think he was going to be the owner or the quarterback here. But he became the quarterback here, and, God bless him. He's done a good job with that. So
a couple more here before we read the supers. Mike North is coming up with us. So here.
Mike North's going to be mad at this game. By the way, you better get to him at 4.
Oh, no, I got it. Last time
you better get me out of here. I don't want to be reading super chats when he comes in. He was
no shit, man. You want to get on my ass?
Oh, my goodness.
So let me get this right here. All right. So you're changing this entire offense for the quarterback to run things that he's never done in his entire career in Philly and his entire life. You're changing the offense to do something in 6 years, moving into his.
It's a beautiful thing, bro.
How?
Let it happen because I want to know. I want the truth. And we're about to get the truth. That's what I care about. Let's get to the truth. Jalen's either going to walk out there and he's going to play damn good. And we're all going to have egg on our face because we didn't think he could do it. I've never said I don't think he could do it. I don't know. I'm in the middle on it.
By the way, my friends, this is going to be a year for Silz of this.
Uh-oh. It's February and he's already proclaiming this.
Hey,
bullshit.
let me just tell you this. If this guy can't do what I said he could never do, I was right from April of 2021 to right now that this dude was a fucking caboose.
You were waiting to say that the whole show.
Hey, I know this. We're like, or get this. Silz, I need to see your playbook. Because listen, hey, this is it. Yeah, I agree with you. Bro,
dude, we're going to find out. We're going to find out who the stiff is and who's not the stiff.
Who do you think?
Oh, wait. I got to get one more thing. If you're right, and if for all the people who don't who think Jalen is going to be fine in the offense, if it doesn't work, or excuse me, the Jalen haters, if it doesn't work, you know what I need all of you to do, right? You know, say it.
Yeah.
Apologize to who?
Me.
To who? No, you need to apologize.
Me.
Yes, you.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
To who?
To everybody.
To Nick Sirianni. Because if Jalen can't do this, if Jalen can't run this offense, then you, me, anybody else who's called him a Prince, if you've called him a dumbass for his offense and Jalen can't do this, he's due an apology because he won 70% of his football games, all right, running an offense that nobody in the NFL wants to run.
And then why would he change it then?
He changed it because he's getting fired either way, exactly as I told you.
No, because of what you said. He's getting pressure from above.
Yeah. And because he's getting, pressure from above to him means he's getting fired.
Let's get to these supers before I get reamed by Mike North.
There's my boy Prince. He sucks. Prince, if Jalen can't do it, though, Prince, it's going to start looking tough for you, my guy.
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. Let's get these supers. Pieta says, I didn't call you a moron, Z. I think you're the best. Pieta, I was just kidding. I love you, brother. You said something, though. What'd you say? Go to your counselor or some shit? I don't know what the fuck you said. Here's Tyler. Pieta, I appreciate you. Tyler says, they're building for Tanner Manning McBrady. All right, let's see him have a good game first. Danito says, never a dull day with this team. It's
never. That's a damn true comment.
That's the damn truth. Never a dull day. Here's Hangry Dogs. Didn't McVay run more inside zone duo and power game? Yes, he did. This year, 13 personnel. John gave him credit for that on the show. Yeah.
A lot of it. He did. A lot of it.
Like,
ton of it.
Sean's a little bit more malleable. Kyle's like,
yeah.
By the way, I saw somebody this morning, and I got to correct this. I didn't correct him this morning. Somebody was saying McVay or Shanahan drafted Lance, so like he obviously still likes dual threat. He just didn't get the right one. That's right. Like, no, that's not true. That's not. It was Shanahan did not draft him.
No, John Lynch did.
John Lynch wanted him. Shanahan wanted Mac Jones.
Yes,
who he's got now.
Because that's the type of skill set. And like Vic
he
said,
he's
in the place where he should have been in the beginning.
He didn't want Trey Lance. All right, here we go. We got that one. Here's Mr. Hill. Sills, before our time, Eagles QB Sonny Jurgensen, rest in peace. Z's dad remembers him. Yeah, rest in peace, Sonny. Eagles, by the way, they did put outcome.
Zander and I talked about that. Norm Van Brocklin was the guy, but he was on that 60 team.
They did put something out.
Oh, great. Good.
Yeah,
good.
They did. I got it from their website this morning. I got the notification.
Good.
Here's Tyler Kilgore. What's up, brother? I've been saying we are closer to a rebuild, and now it's here. This is Hurts' chance to prove he can carry us. Jalenites will be talking. QB draft in 27. Maybe.
It is. It's an offensive rebuild. Do you not agree?
Oh, completely. I mean, how could anybody deny that? Now, the next question is, how much personnel does the personnel change?
Oh,
on offense.
I think a lot. Barkley and I think AJ don't fit this offense. You think Landon's back?
Yeah, I do. But that's a crazy story. Landon fucking thinking
Yeah,
about
but
retirement.
even if he comes back, what Landon
Like,
comes
what the hell? We got our 27-year-old guard. We just paid the guy. I felt like we paid him like yesterday. I remember doing the breaking news segment on the channel. I mean, what the hell?
Like, what Landon Dickerson are you getting back in 26, though?
I don't think a very good one. Here's Ricky King. Kingsbury just got picked up by the Rams. That's I don't know if that's great. Are they gonna butt heads?
No.
Kingsbury and McVay.
I think they've worked together before.
Maybe they have.
I think they have. As Kingsbury and McVay worked together before. Worked together before.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, there's no doubt that the pressure's on Nick and Jalen this year. Here's Angry Dogs. We're running out of time. Mike Norris coming, dude. The axe is coming.
No shit. I'm going to get my ass.
Dogs. According to Adam Kaplan, Stoutland was Lurie's favorite coach. Well, no shit. But yeah, that's interesting, actually. Intern Sirianni says the Eagles have an ownership problem.
No, they don't.
Yeah, he's odd. I think if you were here a little longer, you would.
Yeah, you know what though? He's odd.
He's good. He's good. You're right.
But he's good. Yeah, he's good. He's good. Right.
Odd dude though, man.
Hey Zander.
It's not an insult. I'm a fucking odd dude.
Yeah, so am I.
You're a weird dude. Yeah, you're an oddball.
You think? What's that, an epiphany?
No.
Right?
Same way. That's why I like you. I'm weird too.
Yeah, I get it, man. I use the word unique.
All right, wait. Let's put an early prediction on.
Okay.
Hurts passing yards next year. Does he bust 4K?
I got, let me see here, 25, 18. So I'm going to go 30, 42.
I saw some people chirping my haircut, by the way. You guys are haters.
I actually like it.
Oh, the haters are sad.
So I've got 3,642 passing yards, 25 touchdowns, and 18 picks.
I could see 36.
Why? When he threw for 538 yards, he had 15 picks. So if they up the volume to 600 attempts,
they're
3 more picks.
600 attempts. How many attempts did he have this year?
Got it right here. 454. 454 is get this. 361. You won this. Isn't it funny?
Give me 540.
The year he won the Super Bowl, he had 361 attempts. And the year he had the most
500.
What?
500 attempts.
Okay, so 500 attempts. When he threw for 538, he had 15 picks and 23 touchdowns. And
who you got this weekend, dude? We didn't even talk about the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, who you got?
I got the Patriots. I like the coach and the quarterback better.
I want to tell you one thing about the Patriots here that I don't think. So everyone's looking at Drake.
And I like Milton Williams, by the way.
Everyone's looking at Drake May going 55-8 in completion percentage. And I turned around and went, take a look at the defenses in the last 2 games he's played. He played the Texans and the Broncos.
Yeah, right.
Do you think anybody's going to have really great numbers against those 2 defenses? I don't.
The Seahawks are a good defense too, though.
My point is that he's been schooled with really great D that he's played against. This Seahawks defense is not going to be something that all of a sudden, you go into a game, you're like this, holy shit. You know what? I think that number's a little bit. I still got the Seahawks though, man. I got them 28-21. I think they pull out. I think they pull away late and they win the ball game. And Matthew Stafford, he completely does this. He validates another big Silz take about Sam Bradford, that you don't have to have an elite quarterback win a Super Bowl and a Super Bowl MVP.
How about Matthew Stafford getting the MVP?
You see his chicks up there too, his little girls. I thought that was adorable last night, man. I really liked it.
Pretty dope. Yeah, Matthew Stafford's a fucking baller.
Yeah. And then you see what he did too. He goes, yeah, we're going to run this bitch back in 2026.
Uh-oh. That means we got some competition, everybody. No, Mike North is not in the room. You better rip his ass because now it's later than 4:30.
I'm going to text him right now and go like this. Hey, bro, what's up here, man? We've been waiting for you on time here. What are we doing here, Mike? Hey, man, listen. Mike,
Get
what's
me
up?
out of here, dude. Get me out of here.
Mike, wait a minute here. Hang on here, Mike. Where are you?
Oh, there he is.
Hold on for a second. Look at him.
1 minute late. I'm out of here.
He's a minute late. Holy shit.
1 minute late. Oh, baby.
I got my ass reamed last week, man.
Wow.
What the hell? We got our super chats done.
No,
All of a sudden now here. What is this?
Late. You could be a minute late anytime. But when you rip to high heavens
That's right.
you did a week ago, and then you come in late, Mike, you got some explaining to do, Mike.
No shit.
Right,
what
brother,
is this, Chicago time here? What are we doing here, man? All right, bro. Have a great one. Have a great Super Bowl Sunday, man. Appreciate it.
All right, dude.
Brother.
Me too. I appreciate
Love you, man.
Love you too, brother.
You got it, man. That is Big Z. All right. Jesus, criminy. Last week, I got my fanny spanked by Mike North. The hell you think I'm doing here, man? I'm coming here. I come on time. What are you doing here, man? What the shit's going on? Did we not, everybody? We got it. We got our stuff done. We got our homework done. I said, hey, I don't want Mike to kick my ass again. So I don't know here, man. And then plus it's Super Bowl week, and tonight is also the opening ceremonies of the Olympic Games. Without further ado, my friend, one of the great sports talkers of all time. He is 2 minutes late,